Didn't expect you there. What are you guys doing here? Oh, that's right. Games Room Tour. Oh, what are you waiting for? Come on in. So hello everyone and welcome to 2.5 Gamers for yet another YouTube exclusive. You know me obviously, JC, or you may also know me as GameExpert173 if you followed the old channel. And today I'm going to be showing you, my games room. Well, it's not really a games room again. I feel like really only Harry and maybe Aaron could say they have games rooms, but mine's more like a setup tour because I live in this sort of house and we've managed to make the most of what we can with the space that we have. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you where I keep the games. So first off, when you come in here, we've mainly got like a bit of a 3 setup thing going in this very room. So this is the living room right now, and before my games weren't in here, they actually used to be upstairs. However now, with some negotiating with the missus, we managed to get them down here. Again, it's 3 setups. Over here we've got my retro setup. This is where I play basically from GameCube backwards. But I won't put anything modern on here. So yeah, literally anything that uses the, AV red, white and yellow cables, they're all on here. We got the PS1, the Slim PS2. I have a Slim PS2 mainly because that's the one I always grew up seeing. Like, I see fat PS2s now and I think, no, that don't look right. Even though I know that's the original, but that's the one I always remember seeing, so I got a Slim one first. I will get a fat one at some point, but yeah, probably not for a while, because I do want to get one of each model of console. Then yeah, also the N64, and then over here we have one GameCube, I'll show you guys the other one in just a second, and the red 25th anniversary Wii, which I will show you guys the box for that in a second. Unless you look in the little skim part that I do with music, then it's going to be there. Over here I have my Mario 3DS holder. This I bought because I saw it in a video by Chugga Conroy. He had one for his 3DS, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted one, so I went on Amazon, got that for a really good price. Nowadays, though, it becomes a bit more rare, so I honestly would recommend people hurry and buy them as much as you can, because I think, honestly, due to his video, they might have even become more popular. So yeah, you definitely want to get your hands on one. That holds my spare 3DS at the minute, because I have another 2 3DSs that I'll show in just a sec as well. Over here we have my matching Sonic and Tails. I got the Sonic one first. That's actually holding my Smash Bros GameCube controller that I picked up in the Games Hunting vlog, which if you guys haven't seen that, check that out. That was very wonderfully done and wonderfully edited by me. And over here we've got the matching Tails one, holding my PS4 controller. This I got in Lakeside, Smith Toy Superstores, and I recently found out there's a Knuckles one. So I do actually really want to get the Knuckles one to complete this sort of trio. And then I might even go for the PlayStation ones afterwards, which I believe are Crash and Spyro. Don't know where I'm going to put them yet, but we'll figure it out. And then that could be the follow-up to this Games Room Tour, because I'm thinking with the Games Room Tours we'll do them yearly, so that way you guys can see how the collection grows. So now, we'll go over to here, as it's the most colourful setup in the room, my PC setup. Now, this is where truly some of the magic happens. Not only do I use this to edit, but I do some pretty fantastic and fun ultra quality gaming on it. As you can see also on the desk, I do have my other consoles. but let's also focus on what's in the hood right now, which is a RX 580, 16 gigs of RAM, and a Ryzen 1600X CPU that does get me some pretty nice, crisp, either 1080p 100 or 1440p 60, 70, 80, depending on the game, FPS, which is hooked up to a wonderful 1440p 144Hz monitor, again, for ultra smooth gaming, and then next to it, my spare 4K 60 FPS, well, 60 Hz, which gets me 60 FPS monitor, which I used to use for console games until I moved here, and then I got the big TV, which, yeah. And also down there, my two Vitas, my Fat Model 1, which I bought first, which I have boxed, and then my latest Japanese white and lime green, I'll show you the lime green because you can really see it on the back, Slim model, which, didn't come unboxed, but I will get the box at some point. Over here we have my Marvel vs. Capcom Collector's Edition statues. I've got X and Iron Man duking it out for desk supremacy over there, as well as Chun-Li and Captain Marvel battling it out for PC supremacy up here. But then also I've got Aiden aiming his gun in my sort of chair direction, so it looks like he's shooting me in the head whenever I'm working, quite literally. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that was to go with my Watch Dogs 1 Collector's Edition, and then very soon I'll have the Watch Dogs 2 Collector's Edition and Watch Dogs Legion Collector's Edition as well to really round off that. Now on to this, the reason why I don't use my 4K monitor for consoles anymore. So we have this lovely 47-inch 60Hz TV, which I played a couple of games on PS4 on here and immediately felt so much more comfortable. Obviously the monitors give me better performance, but I don't know, there's just something so nice about kicking back on the sofa and seeing a nice big screen from far away. Down here houses my PS4, PS3, Wii U, spare GameCube, Switch, and then the Wii's just because I needed to fill the space really, because otherwise it would just look really jarring. But this is where my HD consoles are going to go, so even as well, maybe when PS5 and Xbox Series X come out, I'll put them, maybe not down here, because they're consoles that are going to stand up, so I might put them up here, or, but because they're going to be HD, they're going to be there. Again, the spare GameCube is because, basically, I had a silver GameCube growing up that my mum bought me, and then after I moved out, basically she had it, and I wanted it back, but then one of my friends gave me his silver GameCube because it looked exactly like mine, so people wouldn't tell the difference, and it would help because I didn't have my silver one. Then later my mum gave me my silver one, so the one that's actually on my retro is my one, and then this one is the spare one. So I use this one for if I'm doing, say, like a games night where we want to play a big party game on the big screen, and then I use my one on the retro when I want to play games and make me feel like I'm 7 years old again. So yeah. And aside from that, honestly, I cannot stress enough, this TV is immaculate. It's got some really, really good picture, really good colour, and funnily enough, it's by a brand that isn't too common, because I got it off of eBuyer, and I think actually it's from America. I'm not too sure. Someone will have to let me know in the comments, but it is not a typical brand. You always see Samsung, Sony, but even myself, when I got this TV, I was like, who the hell's a Selcus? Anyway, right, to the upstairs. Alrighty, so obviously, you've seen where the games are being played, but you're probably wondering where the games are being kept. So, before, all the games used to be in this room, which actually is the bedroom, at the minute, our bedroom, and then obviously we have another bedroom for the children. Our children, by the way. Just in case anyone wants to take that out of context, do not, we have children. But yeah, all the games are being held in here on this wonderful shelf. I am actually getting a second one very soon, mainly because these two consoles are really starting to fill it up, PS2 and PS3, which I'm mainly going for, as I'm mainly collecting for Sony at the minute, just because of how relatively cheap they are. Although I'll really say, I think what really kicked off my collecting was when I went to Comic-Con, in fact the very same Comic-Con where I met Harry and Aaron and we basically formed 2.5 Gamers. Because I was collecting for, I believe, DS, Game Boy and Wii. Then I met them and they really expanded the collection into just basically everything that you can see on here. There's no Xbox stuff yet, but there probably will be in the future. However, the consoles I own now already are going to cost me so much money to collect for, so yeah, I'm mainly collecting for these at the minute. It's very noisy outside with all the traffic. I'll just shut that window there. So yeah, let's talk about some of the cool things on these shelves. So obviously down here, we also have another part of the Marvel vs. Capcom Collector's Edition. It comes with these Infinity Stones, that if you actually do turn on, they light up. Most of the time I leave them off though to save their battery life, because I only really turn them on when I want to show them off, like this video where I am showing them off. Really cool, honestly, such a good price. Like, you can see the box right there, nice big box, because obviously it has to house them 4 massive statues, and as well you can also see my Watch Dogs box and some of my other boxes as well. Over here we've got my 2 DS lights. Well, funnily enough, the blue one is the one that my sister had, that we would have shared growing up. Well, we sort of shared. I had a black one, she had a blue one. Then when I changed to the DSi, I would steal this one all the time to play GBA games, because obviously a DSi couldn't play GBA. Then later as an adult, I bought a red one. Red's my favourite colour, so I needed that. But I still always have her one as well, because I don't know, the childhood memories and stuff, and she's not going to use it, so I might as well have it. Speaking of GBA, all the games are kept in this lovely Pokemon Advanced tin, which used to house some 3D Pokemon cards. I don't know where I put those cards, but I know where I put my GBA games, and they're all, oh well, definitely need to organise this a bit better, but they do always topple over. There's some good games in there. So yeah. Also as well, if you ever want to see any of these games streamed, Harry's Retron 5 can play GBA games, so yeah, I'll definitely show you guys some more of these games, and we can list them in the in the description, and you guys can let us know in the comments which ones you want to see. So, on to more cool stuff on the shelf. My Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I started collecting these. I need the second part of Phase 3, and then that will finish it off, and then maybe even the big Infinity Saga one, and then my Pokemon Indigo League DVD. As well as just some random DVDs like the underrated Ratchet & Clank movie, and then she's got her films there, the really girly ones, and then I've got a Pokemon movie there and some other childhood ones. Up here, the stuff that's holding the Wii U games up, because if I honestly move this, they'll quickly topple over. This Mario Galaxy money box, for those who, again, if you remember the games hunting vlog, Retro Hunter had one, but I've had my one since I was a kid, when I first bought Mario Galaxy 2, which I believe is, there it is, right there. So that is another piece of childhood memorabilia that I really wanted to keep, because, well, it was a money box. I used to put like my pocket money in there, store it, and it's also really cool. It's Mario Galaxy, but you will notice it has aged, like the colour is fading on it really bad, but it's worse on the back. Because in my bedroom back at my mum's house, I used to put this thing right out by the window, and yeah, the sun definitely sucked the colour dry out of that one. Up here, we've got the 3DS games, but the true creme de la crop is my Ambassadors Edition 3DS that I got near the end of last year, 2019. I saw this in the shop and I knew straight away I needed to get it. This is a really rare 3DS variant, and when someone traded that in and CEX was selling it for a really, really good low price, like on eBay this thing goes for like 500, 700, CEX were doing it for 140. Like, I'd be an idiot not to buy this and have it in my collection, because otherwise someone else is going to buy it and then they're going to sell it for triple the price. But then also, I've also got a original 3DS model, so everyone remembers the 3DS first come out looking like this in this colour and then black and red. I've got this one. It has a Pokemon Moon inside, because basically that was actually the Mrs. Sister's Pokemon Moon, and she didn't want it anymore. But I don't have the box for it, I only have the box for Sun, and I also have the little statue for Sun as well. Over here, my Hyrule Warriors compass. I actually posted pictures of this on my Instagram and Twitter when I got this game. I also have the box down there, but I really like this compass. I had to take it out of the box because obviously the box has like a little display window for it, but it looks so much nicer out of the box, like, because I really like to show everyone the full detail of it. In the box you can only just see the front, but that's still there. Up here, the Switch games being held up by my Luigi Mansion 3 Steelbook, the only Switch Steelbook I have. Maybe in the future that will change, because I do want to get the Xenoblade Collector's Edition games, as well as maybe the Smash Steelbook. I already have Smash Ultimate, but I'd love to have the Steelbook of that game. As well as a random trinket I got from the Nintendo website. It is a bit tattered because my son uses it as a chew toy. He's teething a lot. It's an arms stress boxing glove, so whenever you're stressed you give it a good squeeze and hopefully it takes the tension away. But yeah, as you can see, my son has proper battered and tattered it, so every time he chews on it I have to take it off him and be like, no, this is mine. I'm trying to keep it as nice as possible. I might get a second one. Nintendo gave me this for free. I bought like, I think 3 games off their website, and then they were like, oh, you've won a reward, and it was this. So hopefully maybe I'll buy another 3 games and I can pick another one, then I can give this to my son. I can keep yeah, I can keep a much nicer one on the shelf. This is quite old, a relic of its time. In our local town, there used to be a shop called Game Station, and they used to sell not only gaming stuff, but gaming stuff. I don't think it says on the back of the box it's from there, but if you look at the copyright date, I'll try and zoom in and edit in. 2004. Like, that is insane. This is really old. They've remade this Mario Uno set now, but originally, yeah, this is the 2004 model. Well, model variant. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, featuring some very old cards. I actually prefer this one to the new one. The new remake one has some really crappy looking artwork. It's cool to see the old style Mario artwork with the... I think they used like prints of N64 models, as well as the Luigi's Mansion model right there. And it even says Special Edition card game, which is really, really cool. And then aside from that, we go up higher to more modern pastures. We've got the Vita games here. At the minute, really small, but I am hunting for them more now, especially because I want to platinum these games before the servers shut, which I have a feeling they will when PS5 comes out. This is the case that my Japanese one came in. Again, I really wish it came boxed, but it didn't. It just came in this case. I needed a Vita case though, which is good, but again, I still want the box. I have to hunt one of those on eBay. PS4 games. Not too many, not too little, and again, very typical ones that most people I think would have. So yeah, aside from a couple of limited editions, because I have the normal cases, and then I've got these two limited edition boxes here for Life is Strange Before the Storm. I believe the soundtrack and the art book is in there, and with Horizon Zero Dawn, I think just the art book. I don't think it comes with a soundtrack as well. And then up to here, again, PS3. This is my second biggest game collection at the minute, because honestly, PS3 games, for anyone who has a PS3, hunt for this console. Honestly, you'll get maybe a couple of stinker games, but you'll get some really good ones for a reasonable price. And I reckon when PS5 comes out, these will shoot up in price, if anything. So yeah, as you can see, it's a mixture of normal cases, steelbooks. Honestly, again, it's just because of the prices. You can find steelbooks for PS3 so easy, like this one I got cheap. This one with no name, actually, funnily enough, is Gran Turismo 6. It only cost me, I think, a £5. But it is annoying because I think it's meant to have a sleeve to go with it, but I don't have the sleeve, so the spine has no name. But again, as you can see, it is just a mixture of all different cases. I think the coolest one, though, has to be... Now, funnily enough, I traded this one with Harry. He had the normal Uncharted 3 box, and I really wanted the steelbook to go with my Uncharted 2 one. And this is the Uncharted 3 Special Edition, where the case is actually supposed to be like Nathan Drake's book. And I believe the disc is like somewhere in the middle. Oh, I think it's there. But this is such a really, like, this is a really cool case. And thank you for trading with me, Harry. Like, much appreciated. Over here's the rest of the Watch Dogs Collector's Edition stuff. The soundtrack fell over. There's a map of Chicago there. There's some pins that I would stick on my bag, but the last time I had Collector's Edition pins that I stuck onto my bag, they fell off due to the wind. And I lost them forever. So I don't want to lose these. They're really cool looking. So I'm gonna keep them there. As well as I have the Killzone trilogy with the massive box, then I have the 3 games separate on the shelf. And then up here, Sega Superstars on the PS2, the big box that actually has the EyeToy inside. As well as I have another EyeToy. I have a silver one, because Retro Hunter actually wanted to give this to one of my friends, and he gave it to me to give to him, but then he went and bought his own EyeToy afterwards. So now I have 2 EyeToys. PS2 being my biggest collection so far. Another one, honestly, if you have a PS2 lying around and you have some nostalgia for some excellent games, and a couple of stinkers, Futurama, yeah, honestly, go out and buy these games. They're really good, and Harry and I have actually been streaming some PS2 games. Again, anyone who follows the Twitch, which if you don't, follow the Twitch, and you can see some of these games streamed. And then at the very top, kind of low at the minute, but we'll get there, PS1. These are games that are starting to go up in price, so they're obviously quite hard to hunt for, but when I do find a decent price one, I do buy it. So yeah, but the reason why I'm getting second shelves again, mainly because of these two, and then I'll be filling up these shelves with more of any platforms that I'm low on. Along the top, a really nice plush that I bought at a games convention, the Jolteon plush, next to my Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. That actually is dirt cheap as well, so if you really want these 2 Amiibos, hunt down this whole box, because not only is the box a nice filler, but you're getting these 2 amazing Amiibos. I know the game's not too good, and people would rather play the new Animal Crossing, but the 2 Amiibo actually are compatible with the new Animal Crossing, so again, if you want some spare room filled up, and you want to, like, I don't know, if you have an Animal Crossing shrine or something, you might as well fill it with this. Mario Monopoly. Now, have I got a story with this one? So basically, some of the guys from my work went out and played some arcade games. And they won this, and as soon as they won this, they said they thought of me. So they very generously gave this to me, and I honestly could not be more grateful, as it really is cool, and at some point, we're going to play. Well, actually, I've already played it with my family over Christmas, but at some point, I'd like to play it with some more people as well. And it is really nice, and as well, I think it comes with more characters you can play as, because at the minute there's only Mario, Peach, Luigi, Toad, and I believe Yoshi. And then I think as well, they're being hidden by this very lovely PlayStation trophy glass. But, oh, actually, no, it's just Toad, no Yoshi. I think Yoshi's one of the ones you can buy separately, and I probably will buy the other characters separately, as they also come with character cards. And then next to that is my Watch Dogs Steelbook, because again, full Watch Dogs collection that I'm trying to complete. This is new though. This is very new. Well, I say new, but yeah, newish. Alright, this is another weird story. Someone threw this away, and as they were throwing it away, I ran into them, and it was in pretty decent, like, condition, just that they didn't want it, and it was just dusty at the bottom and needed antibacterial wiping and a bit of hoovering to get rid of the cobwebs and that. But someone threw this away, and they were very happy, like, they didn't mind me taking it, so I did. And I've sort of used it to hold a couple of random trinkets, like I've got my Mario Kart 8 Collector's Edition, well, limited edition, but it comes with statues, so it's technically like a Collector's Edition. It holds my 3 Game Boys, obviously I've got Flame Red, Tribal, which everyone remembers. It's always the one that, whenever I show this off, people go, Tribal, I had Tribal. And then my favourite Game Boy, that I got at Comic-Con when I met Harry and Aaron, my Pikachu Game Boy, which I want to actually collect more Pikachu consoles. So in the future, again, if I do a follow-up Games Room tour where there's more games and more collectibles, you might see the rest of the Pikachu lineup. My Pokeball Plus that I got when I pre-ordered Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, which, for those who remember the Game Expert channel, when I streamed that game, I played the game only using that. And honestly, I found it really, like a really cool peripheral, a really cool controller to play the game. It only has 2 buttons, but even then, what Nintendo done with this thing was fascinating. As well as I got a random, now my Shovel Knight amiibo's in the way, which yes, I have a Shovel Knight amiibo. But behind that is a random Minecraft toy that I actually got given by a friend years ago. He just randomly had it sitting around. He loved Minecraft, but I think he was growing out of it. So he was like, oh, I have this toy, do you want it? I was like, sure. And then he gave it to me, so why not? Then my other 2 amiibo, my Splatoon Inkling Boy and Squid amiibo. I just don't have the girl one, because that's the 3rd one of Splatoon 1. Then I might collect the Splatoon 2 one. So until I get the Inkling girl, I've just got these 2, and then yeah, randomly I have Shovel Knight. I bought this one in college. For anyone who remembers me from college and remembers the day I bought this and brought it into class, that was quite funny. Down here, Wedding Bowser that I got with Mario Odyssey, as well as the 2 Mario 30th anniversary ones. The guy who sold me these done me a very good deal, because basically this one has lost its colour. And so because of that, it was £20 for both of them. However, he only charged me for one because he didn't consider this like too good to sell because of the fact it lost its colour. But I said I'd take it anyway. So again, he only really charged me for one, so 2 for the price of 1. Down here, my assortment of N64 games. I've only got a few. My N64 collection is very lacking. Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, Wave Race 64, again from the Games Hunting video, and Yoshi Story. I will get more N64 games and then they'll go on the big shelves, but for now, while there's only a few, they can just sit there. Like Aaron, I have an SNES game, but not an SNES. Super Mario Kart. I got this to complete my Mario Kart set, so now I own all 9 Mario Kart games. I know obviously 8 because 8 Deluxe, but that's technically 9 because I have both versions of 8, which if you looked at the shelves you could see. So yeah, I had to get the original. It's actually sitting on top of my Employee of the Month award from 2017, but yeah, I just mainly use that as a coaster now for... And then down here, my 3-pop vinyl. Yeah, Spider-Man died, by the way. He literally he's just passed out. I think Jon Snow stabbed him. The Jon Snow one was a gift from Secret Santa from my work. And the other 2 Spider-Man ones, I think, actually, the missus got me for my PC, because I used to put them on top of my graphics card, but every time I'd move the computer, they'd fall over, and obviously moving house and stuff, they fell over a lot, so I was just like, nope, you know what, screw it, they can go on it. Oh no, Jon Snow's dead! No! Oh well. So there we go. Another thing from the Lakeside hunt though, my Mario lamp. I do normally have this plugged in, but recently I haven't been using it that much. It's been too light out, so when do I ever get to use this. So now it just sits on this box, which is filled to the brim with game wires that I've tried to organise by packing them into these nice little Asda sandwich bags, so that whenever I need to set up a console, I'm like, well, I know which one I need. It's in a bag, it's labelled. Hang on, to give you an example, like, oh, I fancy playing GameCube. Oh look, there's my spare GameCube wires. Perfect, ready to go. Otherwise, it would just be a big tangled mess of trying to find those wires. And then they're on top of my controller drawers, which in here we've got the Wii, Wii U, and I believe some Switch controllers. Well, I say controllers, but mainly grips, because the Joy-Con are always on the console. And then this is a charging grip, and then here's a normal grip. So yeah, in here, PS3 and Xbox controllers. Again, for someone who doesn't own an Xbox, I already have 4 Xbox controllers, but you can use them on PC, so fair enough. And then the bottom drawer I would try, well, this is mainly like chargers, and then there's also like, these are just random toys for like my son, but there's also like, yeah, there's random chargers in here, like, oh, I need to charge my DS Lite. Good thing I labelled the bag. So there we go. Another cool item, my Yoshi backpack that I got from pre-ordering Yoshi's Crafted World on the Switch. I tend to wear this when I wear white or green clothes, because I like to have matching colours on. But honestly, really cool, because everywhere I go, I see people with the Zelda bag. Never see anyone with this bag, so it is really cool to go out and, you know, just show off the bag a little, get funny looks from odd people who think I'm an absolute nerd. I mean, I am, but still, like, and everyone normally has the Zelda one, so to have the Yoshi one, again, absolutely cool. I love the pattern on the inside. Really nice pattern. I think Nintendo still sell these, so again, that's another one. If you don't have it, go get it. I'd love to see more of you with Yoshi bags, and if you do and I run into you, hit me up and be like, oh, JC, bought the bag, thank you. And I'll be like, you're welcome. Maybe I'll even sign it. I'm joking, we're not that big yet. Now, the final bit, my boxes. I've recently grown a massive appreciation for gaming boxes. Again, I'd have to say I thank Harry and Aaron for that, as they boosted my my desire to collect and my appreciation in all things gaming, including these boxes. Now, the first couple of boxes you'll see are mainly to do with PC, like my graphics card box, my motherboard box, and my Razer keyboard box. Just because I love the designs of them, so they look really cool to have here on display. And also you can see the game tag where I bought the keyboard from. Also, behind this Mario 25th anniversary, we'll talk about that in just a sec, is my speaker, a Sony XB41. If you want a powerhouse in portable form, get the XB41. It is so good, although they might have had a new model by the time I'm saying this. So get whatever model comes out after this, but my God, is this a good speaker. But yes, now, onto the Mario 25th anniversary. I have the Wii, I have the game, and I have all the boxes. So I keep this box next to the red Wii. Oh, there we go. Next to the red Wii, because they all go together like one big happy family. And also they go with the Amiibo, because the Amiibo are the 30th anniversary and this is the 25th. So I can imagine when there's a 35th, I'll be hunting down those boxes as well. Now I am missing a Wii U box, but I do have a Switch box to go with my Switch that's obviously downstairs, which is fine enough, but it does always feel weird to have the Wii and the Switch and not the Wii U, so I'm trying to hunt down the Wii U box to fill that gap, then the Switch box will move along. However, to fill up just wardrobe space, because this is on top of my wardrobe, by the way, viewers, again, this is in the bedroom, we've got her phone box, because why not, and then we've got my phone box. So yeah, I mean, we do love our phones, so, and well, this is in fact being filmed off my phone. You wouldn't think that though with the camera quality, but it really is. And then next to that, again, another space filler, my favourite Xbox controller that I own, the RGB Spectra PowerA Xbox controller. That's the one I always play on PC with. And then my Mario Cappy cap that I got for pre-ordering Mario Odyssey. So yeah. I haven't worn it in ages, but my hair's grown so long. Because when I first bought this, I had such short hair. I'm pretty sure now if I try and fit it on, it literally just tucks onto the afro. That is incredible. This thing used to fit perfectly, now it just sits on my head. But still, I do really like this. But yeah, so there we go. You got yourself a little taster as to how I live, how I game, and how the collection's coming along. So do let us know in the comments below if you want to see any of these games streamed. Leave a like so that we know you guys are definitely enjoying these YouTube exclusives, especially these game room tours. Again, we've already got Aaron's one as well, if you haven't seen that already. Check that out. And as well, we didn't mention in Aaron's Games Room tour, so I'll mention it in this one. If you guys want to show your games rooms to us and we do a reaction video to them, join our Discord, and then we will add like a little section where you can put your own videos of your own games rooms, even if it's just a shelf, but you've got it full of like a certain platform of games and you really want to show that off, do it. We'd love to see. We'd love to see what games you guys are into. And then, yeah, we give our thoughts and opinions on some of them. But either way, yeah, that's going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this Games Room tour. I will keep you updated if you follow my socials on what games I do buy. And again, I'd love to do a follow-up maybe next year to see how the Games Room has grown. I mean, it'll already have another shelf. Maybe I'll have 3 shelves. Who knows? Maybe I'll move house again and have a full-on actual games room. You just don't know. But until then, stay tuned for more exclusives. And I'll see you in the next one.